p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific Time.
We'll finish what we started. Or start what we finished.
Can you hear me?
It's getting real bad. There's all these people in the islands. If we don't go now, they could die. We gotta do something. You talk to the council. I'll go warn them.
We'll meet up again, right?
Of course. I would never leave you behind.
It's just that we left our friends and...
We didn't leave our friends, luckily. We
It has to be this way.
we needed to part ways for just a little bit. But I promise.
Are you okay being alone?
I'm gonna have to be.
It'll help you okay. We'll all be together again.
If anybody can do it, you can.
Now go. It all comes back around.
Trick, this is Trick. If you're getting this, I hope it's tomorrow. If it's not tomorrow, and it's today, you're still fucked. But if you do get this, why don't you give me a call back?
Welcome to the CBD.
This could have been your life.
Just know there's nothing to fear.
Why don't you look at me? What is going on?
Please just stop.
What is it? Nobody's telling me right now.
I'm Brian Miller somewhere else. I'm Brian Miller somewhere fucking else. I don't give a shit.
You turn into like a shadow monster.
Your choice.
There's always another fucking choice.
Everybody was dead and it was...
It's just you.
So I chose you. Now you know.
Here anymore.
We'll make cupcakes.
Yeah, we can do.
Whatever you did, no matter how hard it was to do. Thank you. Welcome to the darkness, my friends. Your eyes will adjust in time.
Love you. Bye.
Våran värld är i fara. Ödets vävnad har utlöst sig till något oförutsägbart. Denna aurora sträcker sig längs himmelen och frigör oss från dagens ljus. Lämnar oss vilse i nattens mörka djup. Det sägs att det är en mäktig sträng som förbinder änglarna. men även i sin skönhet är det en mörk varning. För det sägs att den endast syns innan mörkrets dagar. Världens undergång. Glömskan. Ragnarök.
Hello, Dex.
When were you born? I know you, little one. Your eyes are blue. Your eyes are blue. What do you see? I hear you. Your eyes are green. Whatever you are holding. Does it hurt? You were not this way yesterday. You are not this way now. You are a creation. You are currently creating. You were not born. Does it hurt? You were not born. You were molded. You are molding. You are molting. I know you. But do you know me? I hear you. Your eyes are green. Your eyes are blue. The main event starts at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific Time.
We'll finish what we started. Or start what we finished.
Can you hear me?
It's getting real bad. There's all these people in the islands. If we don't go now, they could die. We gotta do something. You talk to the council. I'll go warn them.
We'll meet up again, right?
Of course. I would never leave you behind.
It's just that we left our friend.
Deathless is an improvised cinematic narrative with live production, including music and dialogue. There is no script. This story contains violence, disturbing imagery, adult themes, and a darkness which may leave you doubting who you are. Proceed at your own risk.
Shake, shake, shake me awake. Rip me from slumber and fight for me, fight for me. Shake, shake, shake me awake. Rip me from slumber and fight for me, fight for me. Ache, ache, ache for me, babe. Shout from the depths that you want me to stay. Fight for me, fight for me, fight. I want you to fight for me. I want you to fight for me. Shake me away, rip me from slumber and fight for me. I want you to fight for me. For me, babe. They say stand up for the things you can't stand to lose. Despite what my heart can't feel.
And they hear us now? Can you hear us now, guys?
Yes.
Okay. Literally didn't change anything on the streaming PC from last week to this week. I apologize so much. Okay, hold on, because Orcish did a really cool intro, so we're gonna do it again. Shh, this never happened. Okay, you may start whenever, sir.
Previously, on Deathless, our unlikely group discovered that things have changed. When they returned to the graveyard, the crypt entrance no longer exists. After some arguing about the contract and if it is still intact or not, we split up. Some kindred find their way to the Lucky Rabbit. Meanwhile, back in the graveyard, Fen and Stalker speak about Fen's past until they are interrupted by the sounds of two threats getting closer.
Perfect. And that's actually where we are going to start today. We're going to return to the cemetery, drawn forward by an unseen pull. The tombstones jut from the earth like broken teeth, each one angled and uneven. Vines twist around, crumbling statues. The air smells of wet earth and something faintly metallic. Moonlight spills over the tombs, but the shadows tonight seem darker. We join Fen, and Stalker, having just completed their heart-to-heart, the iron gates creak shut behind you, and a damp chill settles into your bones. You hear the snap of the twig, and then, without warning, your body betrays you. Stalker, go ahead and roll for me, please. A 1d100.
81.
It starts with a tingling at the tip of your fingertips, and this is what you get for not being here, Greg. You automatically fail your roll. I'm just kidding. He had a baby, and it's wonderful, and we're so happy. It starts with a tingling at the tip of your fingers, then spreads faster than you can process. A numbness creeping over your limbs. Your muscles stiffen, locking you in place. You are frozen, caught between motion and stillness. Your mind is racing, while your body remains fixed, like one of the marble statues around you. Your gaze stays trapped forward, your eyelids unable to close, unable to shield you from what comes next. A light, searing, blinding light, explodes from the darkness. It engulfs everything, swallowing the tombstones, the trees, and the ground itself, until all you see is white. It burrows into your eyes, scorching your vision, and stripping away the shadows until there's nowhere left to hide. And then, they step out from the shadow. I think you're muted, Dan. Hold.
Well, I ain't.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'm waiting for somebody else to be here. I don't think they've stepped through quite yet. Your camera work all right?
Just fine. That was a close one.
What do you mean it was close? We arrived exactly when we were supposed to.
You say that every time.
And every time I'm right, usually. So, what do we have here? Is that them over there?
Yeah, well, I'm focusing on keeping them in place, so if you want to go take a look, that'd be fine.
Yeah, I will. Okay, yeah. What do we have here? What exactly am I looking at here in this crypt? There's a couple of them, but a little dark out. You sure you don't have a flashlight?
I got all sorts of light, but not the kind you need.
Yeah, of course. What do I see here, narrator?
You see two gentlemen. One is 5'3". Greg, is that right? I mean, it's a meme, but I can't tell if that's true. That's true, right? Or is it 5'4"?
I think he's 5'5".
Okay, all right, I can't tell. He's always memeing about how tall his character is. Okay, so 5'4", 5'5", 5'3", who knows? One of those. He's got really shaggy hair, and his gaze is fixed on you. But even though he is maybe what you might consider to be short, you can tell he's got great strength. And the other one, Stalker, is a bit taller. How tall is Stalker? 6 something? Do you know? Or just doesn't remember how tall he is. That's fine.
He's like 5'10".
5'10". Okay, so it's 5'10", but he is covered in like wraps and dark clothing. And I think you would have noticed before you stepped out how still he was standing already anyway. It's almost like there's no difference between when you have frozen him and when he was standing there before.
All right. Well, hopefully nothing went wrong with the shift. That'd be extra inconvenient. All right. Let me take a peek at you. Don't mind me. I ain't gonna bite. Let's see here.
He can't hear you, Fox.
Yeah, Bug, I know. It's just, I don't know, makes it easier for me. I gotta talk things through. It's the process, right? Alright, a bit pale. Is that moon? No, that ain't the moon. Let's see. Yeah, what are these clothing from? They get this. Alternative clothing. Bunch of youth. Let's see. Yeah, good complexion other than the paleness. Her eyes look a yellow tint to them. Not having enough citrus. Let me see here. It's ether. Hey, Bug!
Yeah?
You might want to come look at this. Make sure I'm seeing this right.
Okay.
Pearly whites are pearly, but there's something else. Look at this one. I'll check out the, I'll check out this. Not a fucking sword. Why do they have a sword in the goddamn crypt? What are you gonna do? Cut down the dead?
Yeah, just two guys with scurvy hanging out in the graveyard.
Yeah, that sounds like a great Sunday to me.
I walk up to the tall one, and I take a close look for anything out of the usual.
Anything out of the usual? Ooh, that's a tough question.
What's the most unusual thing about this person before I take a real close look?
You want me to answer?
Yeah. Go for it.
His clothing.
Yeah.
But I don't really know where you're from. But
yeah.
I'd say his clothing.
Yeah, his clothing is pretty strange. I also think his eyes are very strange. Both of them, actually.
Okay. Well, I'm a lot shorter than he is, so I'm sort of up on tippy toe, but I take out this lens and I take a proper look. Yeah, I'm seeing what? Silver Viridian, Lily Gold. The guy's aura is completely fucking sideways.
Yeah,
I'm also not seeing.
We can get some crystals too while you're at it, sure. Yeah.
Oh, the weirder part is no vascular activity, like no pulse.
Well, then that will happen. You froze them. I mean, that would make sense.
No, lux paralysis is not the same as the blood still keeps pumping. Ideally, I hope it does.
Well, I mean, have we checked that yet? Have we ever checked that actually? I don't know, I haven't. They seem fine after we unfreeze them. It's usually fine. Don't mention
Usually
Morocco. That one. What else do you see?
I can take a real close look if you want, but
check the mouth. I saw something interesting in there. I think I just don't want to color your expectations.
What, gingivitis?
No, are you dentist? Yeah.
Elongated canines, cold and clammy skin, pallid complexion.
Is that?
Hey, I know you can't hear me in there, but out of respect to his process, normally I'd ask for consent for this sort of thing, but I've been waiting to do this for a long time. It's kind of perks of the job, so I'm just gonna get on with it.
He says that every time, just letting y'all know.
Veritas lux mea. As this light flares into life, you feel a million tiny knives slicing through the outer surface of your thoughts. Not looking for anything in particular, but just taking a general kind of gander around the outer perimeter of your mind. You are the genuine article, aren't you?
Is that what I think you're thinking I'm thinking it is?
I think it is a revenant. Is that the word we're using?
We'd rather not say that. Maybe don't say that out loud there. Come on now. Did you read the pamphlet? I gave you the pamphlet. I left it on your desk.
And I think at this moment, I take a half step back as I say, and that was a pupillary response. And that is unusual, actually.
No, you froze him.
Yeah, well,
At this moment, I would just like to verbally confirm for those listening that absolutely Fen and Stalker have heard every single word.
I've never frozen a revenant before.
Stop saying that word.
I've never frozen a
mosquito.
Gentleman of this persuasion before, sure. A mosquito.
They're not even supposed to be real. Do you think you sure this ain't cosplay or something?
Most of the things we deal with aren't supposed to be real.
Not supposed to be, and then there ain't. And this is supposed to be an ain't.
So what's the protocol?
That's the thing. I don't know if there is any. And I don't
it's
exactly...
not like a catch and release, is it?
Well, if they're what they're supposed to be, you don't normally release nor catch. You run. Hey.
Okay, should we?
Yeah. Oh, so should we what? Sorry, should I not be trying to get their attention they already have?
You do your thing. It's all right. I got your back.
Yeah, please. Yeah, you keep your hand on that trigger. I'm gonna walk up to this tall guy here. You under... Fucking hell. You can hear me. Look left twice if you hear me.
Would you like to try to do that, Stalker?
I would like to try to grab his throat.
All right, you're going to have to roll. That'll be another D100, and unless you roll under an 11, that's not happening.
59.
Okay. Would you like to move your eyes, or was that it? You were trying to grab his throat, and that was it?
I'm not going to play his games.
Whoa.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you feel that?
Yep.
A little bit. I'm gonna... well... Hey, we... Don't struggle. We ain't here to hurt you. We're just here to figure out what the hell's going on. You ain't supposed to be here.
Yeah, interloper. That's the word.
That sounds a little hostile. I'd say maybe friend that we haven't met yet. Although we just met, so maybe that's not quite right. Just, if you understand... Maybe they don't speak English, I don't know. If you can understand me, just look left twice, please. We're not... I might unfreeze you if you do. Or you could stay there forever, I don't know.
There is a pause, and then I will attempt to look left.
Okay, go ahead and roll for me. Another D100.
A 69.
Yeah, you can see the attempt. He can't really move it all the way, but yeah, there is a little bit of a response as he tries to look left twice.
All right, yeah, they can understand. God, the hell did they send us to this time? All right, freaky fellow with the sword. Listen, we're just here to figure out what the hell's happened. All right, there was a shift. It was a bit odd. You're here now. I thought wasn't there a second one, Bug?
Yeah.
Not of them. The shifts.
The shifts?
Was there a second? I thought we got two separate readings.
We got a lot of readings. It just said this time, this place, right?
Yeah, it did. All right. No, that's.
But I think there should be more than two, considering.
It was a big one, yeah, unless these two did it on their own, but then... Fuck. Was there anyone else with you? Again, two to the left or one to the right? Right's no, left's yes.
Should I roll again?
No, if you want to respond now, you can absolutely do that. It'll be the same thing, which is just, slight struggle a little bit, but they'll be able to tell that you are doing it.
I look up.
How dare you?
All right, we got a wise guy over here. Well, all right, you don't have to play the game. That's fine. Let's see.
I can ease up on the paralysis if you want to pop
No,
a
I would
conversation.
not recommend that, Bug, please.
Okay.
Ooh, no. Okay. Highs and lows, narrator.
Highs.
All right. Yeah, there definitely were. There's a bigger group. 100%. Give or take 50.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah. Shit. I don't know what. We can't take him back. We're not doing that. It's not our job.
No, I don't even know where I keep him.
We got a nice, I don't know, there's that office that's spare. It's got
Yeah.
its own desk and
The break
a
room,
lock on
great.
the outside. Well, yeah, it's a break room. Okay, well, the coffee's all right. Shit. Listen.
All right.
We could unfreeze him, but this one is playing coy, and I only like that on a Tuesday. This one, well, they're just not doing too well, I don't think, and they're probably fine. They're probably fine. All right. We got to investigate the other one. I don't know if we should leave him here, if we should let him go before we leave or not. What are your thoughts, Bug?
I mean, typically Lux paralysis wears off in about 5 minutes after I wander off. I think with a, I want to say non-human like this, it should wear off a little quicker. Probably enough time for us to skedaddle.
Okay, yeah, so we have very little time left is what you're telling me.
Oh, well, if you put it like that, yeah.
I did put it like that, yeah. All right, well, so, we have another place to check out, and if they're your friends, you could come with us, but we'd need a promise that Jane's going to, get bitey. Again, I leave the coyness for Tuesdays. It's not a Tuesday, it's a Sunday. I think is it a Sunday here?
I was going to say, I actually don't know. And you don't either. You're right.
Neither do I.
Right.
That's why I was asking.
Yep. Sorry, I thought you were asking me.
I was, and them, and I realized they can't answer anyway, so.
I
well,
look left.
You're not? Okay. All right. So. Bug, do you want to trust him? This is interesting, I'll give him that.
Yeah, I really hope I don't regret this.
You ready in case, you do?
Yeah.
I'm always ready for it. All right.
And, I reach out a hand, and for a moment, it's like all the light disappears. You good?
Yeah, no, listen, that I didn't need that. That was on purpose.
Great. And I reach out my hand, and for a moment, it feels like the world goes just a touch darker. As if I'm drawing the light out of the surrounds. Okay, Libera Corpus. And the paralysis effect is concluded. Hey!
Hi there. Sorry about that. Just have to take our precautions. On a scale of 1 to gonna take all the life out of you, how mad are you right now?
Anger is not a useful emotion.
You know, I think I like the first thing he's ever said. That right there. That's a philosophy to live by.
That was spooky. Are you a spooky guy?
What? Spooky.
Scary, creepy.
It's not important.
The dark. Oh, it's not important. It's not important.
What did you do to me?
Oh, that? That's just a little trick I've picked up along the way. It's called Lux Laqueus, or Light Snare, if you will. It's full paralysis of the body via magic-delivered typically through the eyes.
Typically, not always though.
These are not kindred, correct? I would be able to tell.
Yeah, they're magical in nature, but you've never seen anything like this before. No.
Mortal?
You'll have to roll for that one.
And I shall.
E100, please. Let's see. You are Revi. So let me think. You don't think so. They certainly don't smell like your average mortal.
I believe an accord should be struck.
I love me an accord.
Like a pinky promise?
I'm not sure what cues have to do with this.
You know, I think I might be on your side on this particular one. I don't think pinky promises are magically binding.
Well, they can be.
It can be.
All right, well, maybe they could.
We can...
Listen, if a handshake works, a pinky promise definitely works.
All right.
So, I think we should start over. Hi, I'm Bug.
Bug.
Yeah, like one you'd want to squash, but you can't because I'm too useful.
You know, I haven't thought of it that way, and now it's all I'm going to think of.
I see.
I'm Fox or Harry. Either one's fine.
You have two names.
Oh, we got like 5 each. It's so annoying.
Yeah, the brass like to pick new ones, it seems, every other week.
I see.
Oh, so I guess you can technically call me the eyewitness, if you like. I think Bug's easier.
I like Bug better.
And
you are?
My current companions call me Stalker.
Ooh, Stalker.
Well, that fits. That fits exceptionally well. Yeah, the setting here, but boy, you're just right on the money. And your friend here, looks like... Did the paralysis wear off on him entirely, Bug, or is his tongue tied?
I'm sorry, are we talking about the other one, Fen?
Yeah, the other.
I think Fen would follow your lead, Stalker, and I think he just grunts and he says, name's Fen.
All right, Fen and Stalker. Okay, all right. How the hell did you get in here?
I'm assuming you don't mean this graveyard.
Well, I kind of do, actually. This particular graveyard, at least according to my records, you weren't here as of 10 minutes ago, and now you are here.
10 minutes ago we were here. Were we not?
Yeah, I'm assuming that, yes, I will just answer that. Yes, you were.
Whoa,
I don't understand. We've been here for
just
nearly half an hour.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. Time's a little weird where we come from. Either way, you were here then this half hour, but before that, you were not.
Correct.
I don't think they get it, Bug.
I don't think they get it, no. You're not from here. You're not from around here. And I don't mean here, I mean here, you know?
God, did they do this accidentally?
No. Maybe.
I mean,
Did you walk through any weird doors? Because it happens to the best of us.
Yeah, the best of us indeed.
What I think is happening is some sort of magic has changed things.
Nothing's changed except your location, my friend. I'm gonna ask some weird.
Sensing you don't mean a location as I know it, so why don't you explain yourself?
How in depth you want me to get here, Bug?
Brass tacks?
Yeah, all right. Okay, all right. So, right here, right now, this is. Have you ever heard of the multiverse theories and all that?
Smaller.
Fun
Start smaller. Start smaller.
Okay. All right. Okay. You know what's extra small? Not talking about it at all right this second. And finding their friends and maybe actually telling everybody at once so we can get all the information at one time, and maybe Chuckles over here can be instead of him talking, have someone else who might be a little less dark and mysterious, and maybe Batman in the night,
Yeah, we should get all the data points in one place so we can actually figure out what happened. That makes a lot of sense.
I've never used a bat before, although I understand it is an American pastime.
You talked like this before the light thing, right? I didn't do this to you.
I've always spoken like this.
Okay, I'm just checking. I didn't want to be liable.
No, that's a good point. I wouldn't want to have to write that down in the report.
I guess we should find the rest of your travel companions.
Yeah, I think we should. All right. Let's see here. Okay, so you two, you're good. You're not gonna cause any problems. You're not gonna be hostile. No hostilities here. You just want to find your friends, right?
I think you. Oh, so sorry. Go ahead. You first.
There is a powerful magic that is following us. Someone is watching us. We are constantly in danger.
Huh. Well,
you're being watched?
Yeah. But you're the stalker. That's kind of ironic, don't you think? It's a joke. It's a joke. It's all right. It don't need to. I was gonna say don't need to give me that look, but you were giving that before and after. All right.
We don't get to talk to people as often as we'd like. We're not that great at it.
Well, speak for yourself.
I'm not that great at it.
I understand that you are something I have not experienced before. So I will give you the benefit of the doubt. But know that my suspicions are not good for you. We are being stalked by powerful magic we cannot see and I cannot find. And then here comes two creatures I've never heard of before with powerful magic.
Well, I'm gonna put this lightly. You probably got a target on your back here on account of the shift. You put a footprint. Let's put it that way. A very large one. So I have a solution for that. We're gonna find how many are there of you. That will help me.
An accord needs to be struck.
Okay, let's accord it up.
What are you offering, and what do you want?
Okay, our job is to find things that are in places where they shouldn't be, and then, ideally, we catalog the information pertaining to the subject, and then we pass it along to our superiors. But if possible, when we're in the field, we'd like to make sure that thing returns to where it's supposed to be, because that minimizes unpleasantness. So what I'm offering to you is a way to go back home, to wherever it is that you're supposed to be from.
Well, now, don't make promises we can't keep, Bug. I want to be clear. We know the idea of what has happened. But if we're going to be in accord and honesty, we ain't never seen one. These shifts,
You're not supposed to exist.
No. And these sort of situations don't normally happen. Ever. Outside of, well, things that aren't supposed to be doing that. And it's details I can't get into. Doesn't matter. Yeah, we will not cause you problems in this accord. We will find your others as a part of the accord. We'll reunite you. And, maybe we could, well, boss is
if there's a
pretty
hostile force that is, say, observing you, or keeping tabs on you, or is attempting to influence you in some way, I might be able to sniff out exactly what it is, at the very least. I might not be able to point you to where it is, but I might be able to tell you what it is.
Possibly. Yeah, possibly. There's a probability of that, that I might be able to figure. We might be able to even get you in contact with someone that could help you, because that's not our job. Our job is to do exactly what we're doing.
Observe
now.
and report.
Yeah, exactly, that one.
And occasionally freeze a guy.
Occasionally freeze a guy. Occasionally.
Are you suggesting that we are in some sort of illusion?
No, this is very real, my friend. No, you're just...
That's an interesting question.
No, this is reality, Bug. This isn't like that one time.
No, reality is perception, is all I'm saying, and if it's altered in some way, then it could be. You're not supposed to exist, but you're here. Maybe I'm not supposed to exist from your perspective, that's all I'm saying.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess technically we ain't, but that's a different story entirely, and it needs a nice meal and maybe some wine or some music.
If it's a delusion, it's not a personal one, it's a reality one, right? It's a problem, it's a ripple in the pond that's not meant to be there.
I don't understand. But
yeah,
what I do understand is you want to put us back where we came from, yes?
Well, assuming it's safe to do so, and...
Yeah, that depends entirely on what our boss wants. We don't know. Maybe you are supposed to be here now. That ain't our wheelhouse.
Very well. For now, I think we can make a small agreement so that I can bring you to the rest of our party.
Oh, you know where they are.
I could find them.
Oh, don't worry about that. I'll find them.
Oh, don't worry about this. Fox is like a dowsing rod for people, or like things we need to find. That's how we found you.
People who are where they're not supposed to be.
Or people where they are supposed to be, or people where they were supposed to be and then are no longer. And yes. Yeah, I'll go with yes. But we shouldn't be here that much longer, especially since you said something's looking at you. We can get out of that view real quick here. What time is it, Bug?
What time is it, narrator?
Ooh, that's a very good question. Do you have anything that tracks time on you, on your person?
I have a watch, whether it's working or not. I wear a watch regardless of whether it's functional.
Yeah.
It's 2:42 in Honolulu, probably.
Yep, I was going to say, I don't think your watch is telling you what the current time, but I think you can look outside and go, it's probably, oh, you're light. Roll. Ooh. I think that you do know exactly what time it is, based on the light in the sky. And I think it might take you a minute because you go, okay, do you know where you are?
If I can see the stars, if the stars are clear enough, like from light pollution, probably take me a few seconds of.
There's a little bit of light. I mean, you're in the back of a big city, so there's some light pollution. But I'm gonna say that you can identify the big ones, and you kind of know where you are, and so you can get a general idea of time. And it is early evening, right, y'all? We said it was only a couple of hours since you woke.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it like
okay.
9?
So yeah, okay. So it's about 9 p.m.
We got up at what? Like
6.
You said it's 6 and 6.
To 6.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
We went to they went to the house. We went to the store, and we came to the graveyard.
Yep. Okay. So it's about 9 o'clock in the evening, give or take.
9:03, 9:04 p.m.
All right, 9:04, which means we'll need to. Where's the Big Dipper? There it is. Okay. Let's see here. What?
Don't get too comfortable. It doesn't take as long as you think it's going to, based on this.
Yeah, we're in New Orleans, yeah, Bug.
Yep.
All right. Let's see, what street is that? 4th there. Yeah, okay. We got a bus in 1 minute. All right, come
Not
along.
the bus.
Yes, the bus. It's my favorite. It also works well. Well, come along now. We ain't got no time to waste.
The accord.
It's struck. Yeah.
And just to clarify in reverse, you don't drink, eat, kill, none of that. Good?
I will not harm you.
Your entire group will not harm either of us.
I cannot control them.
That's fair. I can't promise for others. That would make it very inconvenient on times. At least you two won't.
I will do everything I can to prevent them from harming you without harming them.
Okay. All right. Good enough.
All right.
Okay.
And in exchange, you will help us find who is watching.
To the best of our abilities.
Whatever information I can give you, I will give you.
And
That's
we
a
will
more
allow you to
diplomatic
help
answer.
us go back to where we were. I look at his hand. Yes. And I will shake it.
The chord is struck. Now, we gotta go. 30 seconds. And I take off running.
Yeah. I do think that Fen would also maybe, I don't actually know if he would want to engage in the handshake, but he's been observant this whole time. But when you take off, he will also take off with you, and his speed is incredible. He's able to keep up with you, if not like very easily, and maybe glance over and go, you know, kind of like, really? That's as fast as you can go?
All right.
Okay. What about you, Stalker?
Perfect.
Do you follow them?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, what happens next?
I run up to the street and wait. All right. See that bus? It ain't stopping here.
Nope.
You're gonna have to trust me on this, you two. And you're probably gonna be fine even if you don't. All right, here we go. And I push them in front of the bus and join after them.
Perfect! Okay, roll me your lucky dice, sir.
Oh, that's a 6.
Okay. I think you enter in. It's a 6. Where do you want to be? You're going to arrive exactly where you need to be.
Precisely.
Okay,
I
the
needed
front door?
to straighten my tie in a mirror, so we are now in the bathroom.
Of
The Lucky Rabbit, of course.
Oh, I hate it every time.
I will say it does feel like it does feel for a moment, Stalker and Fen, even though you're not here, I know you're listening, and you're going through this. So when you do jump in front of this bus, you do feel the impact of the bus, but it's more like your body can definitely handle something like that. And then when you're expecting maybe the pain to come through, it just fades and there is nothing, and you're standing in the bathroom of a building you've never been in before. There's a lot of it's very industrial in the way that it looks. There's a lot of exposed piping, Edison bulbs, things like that. And the mirrors are very extravagant. I think they're gilded, and they've got a lot of decoration around the mirror that's kind of quirky and weird, nothing matches.
Wonderful. You all right there, Bug?
It's not the worst men's room you've landed us in.
Oh, it's a pretty nice one, actually. I don't even think I see any graffiti. Huh. I'll be damned. You two all right?
Yes.
Good.
Where is this?
Fine. That's what I think Craig would say.
Oh, the word.
Absolutely.
I got for you both. Laconic. I love it. Do you know where we are, Mr. Stalker? Man?
We are in a restroom.
That was... You don't need to play with them, Bug. Of course they don't know where they are. Actually, maybe they do. But no, well, he's at a restroom.
I was asking if he recognized the place.
Are we all in a stall, the four of us?
No, you're in the bathroom.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Not all squished in a stall.
No. Yeah, bathroom. No, I doubt it. I mean, maybe, but we're in a place, to my knowledge, though I've only seen pictures and read reports on it, but we're in a place called the Rabbit, the Lucky Rabbit. At least that's what I'm
That
pretty
place
sure.
isn't meant to exist either, right?
Well, no, it's meant to. It's just, well...
Sometimes.
Sometimes, and other times, no, and literal times and figurative times. It's liminal. But yes,
Rabbits are generally quite unlucky.
Oh, no, I would never go anywhere unlucky. No. I go exactly in the best places. So your friends are more than likely here. I'd say 70-30. Not in here, though. Out there.
Right.
You know, I've decided I want to have this conversation not in a bathroom, so,
Oh, well, I suppose that's fair. They did replace the air freshener, at least. It doesn't smell too bad. But, all right. Yeah. Take the lead, please.
As you step out of the washroom bathroom, you will see a lively pub in motion and attendance, but you actually don't hear anything other than the ambient room tone. Maybe you're hearing some other laughter that you can't really place. You feel good being in here. You feel safe, I should say, being in here. You do feel like you can't access your magic, however. But again, it doesn't feel like it's done in a way that is taking it from you, or you still feel safe in here despite that. And I think you can assume that it's because this whole place is designed that way, almost like neutral ground, so that you can't access your magic, but nobody else can either. And you'll see a bunch of tables here along the wall. There's like booths for people to sit, and then a table, and then some chairs on the other side. The chairs don't match. Like you might have one size in green and all that. And you do happen to see more group, some at the bar, one at another table, and one at a table with a bunch of other people that you immediately identify as similar to your two other friends here that you have with you. But you might, you immediately identify that whoever is speaking at a table, you can't hear what they're saying. So it's almost like the table itself gives you a privacy bubble. I think that's it. Do you guys want to describe what you look like? We'll go in Cora first.
Sure. Cora's sitting at the bar, holding a cup with a light purple liquid inside of it, seeming to be really wrapped up in that drink and looking kind of sad. But she has long red hair that's kind of like messily pulled up, leather jacket, jeans. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Hey, Constantine.
You see a tall, blonde, rather beautiful, if I may say so myself, individual, on his knees at the feet of another individual, looking up at him with my mouth open. My hair is long, and I'm wearing a simple white shirt. I look happy.
Esteban.
At the table with a group of other people who are looking a bit nervous, you see someone who looks like the person who made him up didn't think he'd have to dress up at him on a live show. But to be more specific, he has hair much like this. He looks like his skin is a bit darker, like a little bit of olive color. He has a dark beard. He is wearing a shiny, large-shouldered 90s coat. And that's about it. He's very engaged with the people at the table who look like they don't want to be engaged.
I'm so sorry to interrupt. If that's where Esteban is, I am not on my knees looking up at Esteban.
I was going to say, you're doing it again?
Nope. That moment has passed. So I guess I would just be leaning up against the bar. Has everyone gone to speak at this table?
No, the last event happened was I tried to point to the sign at the door.
You guys were like,
you guys couldn't hear me.
You couldn't hear. And we're like, what's going on?
I'm at the bar. I'm looking at Esteban, confusion on my face. The description otherwise remains.
Okay. Gunnar.
Yeah, you see Gunnar sitting alone at one of the tables or chairs. I can't remember, but he's kind of got his arms up on the arms of the chair or on the backboard, and he's sitting alone, but he's got long, almost platinum blonde hair with the cowboy hat, sort of like this one, and a trench coat. And I think you could tell if you were to look at him that he's a pretty large man, both height-wise and muscular. And he was kind of positioned in a point of the bar where he's watching everybody else that he came in with. And would I be able to see the bathroom
I was
door?
Just going to say, if you don't mind, I'd like to say that your eyes immediately snap to the door almost before they walk through it.
Yes. Gonna go for that. He's looking at you as you
walk through the door. Yeah.
he was
He heard you
looking
coming.
around for anything,
Mhm.
like going on, basically. So he's looking at you. You all.
Okay, and this is actually a really wonderful time for you two to describe what you look like. So this is what you all see. Bug, why don't we start with you?
I am like about 5'7", kind of rail thin. I'm wearing a lot of layers, like like a check shirt, and then like a sleeveless vest over that check shirt. And I just have a lot of knickknacks sort of like attached to my person, little lenses and like pairs of glasses tucked away in pockets. And I have sort of medium length light brown hair, and very tired eyes.
What about you? I don't know if your name has been dropped. I think it has, but I don't want to do it. You're muted, my dear.
I introduced myself as Fox and Harry.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Whoa.
Yes.
You introduced yourself as Harry to Stalker?
I did indeed.
Wow. Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
it's my name, of course.
Well, what do you look like?
Well, I'm fairly well dressed. A lot of grayscale.
He's very dapper motherfucker right here.
Listen, you gotta be humble sometimes. No one will.
Not for the podcast listeners. They need to know exactly what they're looking at.
I was getting there. Anyway, I've got more of a grayscale suit. It's got the nice elbow pads on the suit itself. It's a little older styled than probably what this era would see. Nice tie. Looks like it might actually be from the 50s or 60s. Hard to place. Gold ring, gold tie bar. That's what they're called, the tie bar. Nice gold pocket square. Always fiddling with dice. And yeah, about 5'9", 5'10". Maybe hard to place depending on if he's slouching or not. Some nice boots on. Boot cuffed, all that fun, and slick back black hair with maybe about a week's worth of stubble, though it looks maintained.
Fantastic. Take it away. Oh,
Right.
You also see Stalker and Fen walk in behind them from the bathroom. Not the front door.
No. Front doors are boring.
So maybe
Well.
you should introduce us, Mr. Stalker.
Not a bad plan.
I am observing what's going on in the bar. I'm looking for potential danger. What sort of vibe do I get?
Yeah, so I think you would sense the same things as Bug here, in that you can't really hear any of the conversation that's happening around the room. They're definitely full of more non-mortal / mortal weirdness as these two. Full of it. You don't see any more kindred in here. And you do see Esteban at a table with 4, but that's not me correcting. That's your eyes scanning. So I think you would probably identify that fourth one that looked like they weren't there for a second might be trouble later. But again, you feel like you can't access your magic here. And I think it's safe to assume you know that no one can access their magic here. So there is no danger unless you walk outside with someone.
We cannot access our magic, but
That
we
is
are
correct.
still feel my strength.
Yes, you still feel your strength. You cannot access your magic, but it also doesn't feel like it's in a threatening way. You still also feel like you are completely safe, which is an effect of the rabbit itself, not me power gaming you.
I understand. It does make me uneasy.
Yes, which could still definitely be a thing, but physically and magically, you don't feel like you're in any magical danger.
Right. I guess I step up to the closest, which I think is Constantine. And then...
no, actually. The closest is either Gunnar or Esteban, because they are at tables, and then after the tables is the bar, where Cora and Constantine are. Mm-hmm.
I will...
You understand where everybody is?
Walk up to Esteban, and I will say, I believe...
Sorry, before we start, can I still be talking to these guys a
Yeah.
little bit?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Just sorry, because
No, not.
so
just don't apologize if you want to
well,
see.
yeah. So
like,
before
yeah,
they
let's
come
do it.
over, and
Mhm,
feel free to interrupt
mhm.
very quickly, but they had told me about the rules.
That's
that were
right. That's
posted.
right. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And they
mm-hmm.
told me there were rules, and we didn't see them, and I was waving. They didn't go over. And I assume I'm gonna try to get up and see the rules, and I think I'm focused on them so I don't see them coming in.
Yeah,
then coming over.
I
even.
imagine your back is actually turned
Yeah.
to them. Gunnar's been watching your back for you.
And there's
Yeah.
the one guy who is especially nervous around me.
Yes, and he's
And
the only
other
one who's
guys won't
speaking
even
to you.
look at me.
Yes,
right?
that's correct. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me about the sign. All right, so I want to still sit there, and I'm going to kind of lean a little closer. And I am going to go read these rules on the sign that you have pointed out for me, since my friends do not seem to want to do it. Well, can I ask you a question first? I'm going to ask it regardless, so I shouldn't have even said that. But do you know what I am?
So he was nodding very slightly along when you said, "Can I ask you a question?" And then I think he freezes up a little bit when you say, "Do you know what I am?" And he is searching your face for any sign of trickery or deception.
I am being very, very curious and genuine to see if that is why he is so nervous. Especially, or is it because Constantine mildly groped his shoulder when we walked in?
Then in that case, he nods again, but doesn't say anything. He's just staring directly in your eyes, and yeah.
Do you not want to say it?
And he shakes his head. He is terrified, by the way. Cold sweat
I can
here.
tell this. Yeah, that is
Mhm.
why I am getting in his face. I am not. Do not worry. I am not going to bite you.
Are you? And he looks to your mouth as if to try to look for any signs of what he suspects you might be.
I'm not going to give him any hints.
Yeah. You're deathless.
Well, if only that were the case. And then I think I'm going to pick up my drink and, well, I will, maybe this is when I start to get up if they come over.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Would approach.
So as soon as you approach Stalker, you can suddenly hear everything that's happening at this table again. It's not silent anymore.
Esteban.
When did you get in here?
Just now.
I should have known.
Bathroom.
Well, that is impressive because I could not even see the door to get in here.
We should speak, all of us.
All right, well, why don't we go over to another table, perhaps where Gunnar is. It seems every table here is privacy.
Very well.
I will go get the other two from the bar because they cannot hear me and they don't seem to want to help at all. And I take my drink and I look at the guys and I say, well, gracias, all of you. Thank you. And then I probably, as I leave, I smile and my teeth are pointy at them very quickly. And then I walk away. Yeah.
Okay. They will probably wait for y'all to go maybe to another table and get settled so that it's not super obvious, but then they fucking leave ASAP. They get the fuck out of here. Take it away. I don't want to interrupt.
I approach the bar. You see who has made it into the bar through the bathroom.
That would
I'm
be
looking to Constantine and Cora.
Constantine and Cora, yeah.
Through the bathroom.
That is what he says.
I did not know that there was a door to the outside.
Well, it seems he
how
has brought
thoughtful
some
they
others as
are
well.
for putting
See.
such things.
I believe we're going to go to the table that Gunnar is at and talk. He seems to have
All right.
brought friends from the bathroom with him.
Do they have drinks at the table? Or only
They
here
w-
at the bar?
They will when you get there.
Oh, good. And then I just follow.
There will also be enough chairs, as I have learned last time.
All right.
Perfect.
I would
sit down.
lead the other two over to sit next to Gunnar and wait for the kindred at the bar to join us.
Okay. Just so we know kind of where people are seated for no reason whatsoever, Gunnar has his back to the wall, so he can see kind of all exits. I just need to know who has their back to the door. Which one
I
of you?
always have my back to the door.
Okay.
First of all, everyone I hang out with, they always want to have their back to the walls, you know?
Yeah.
It's not a problem for me.
Okay. There are quite a few of you, so I think there's probably going to be at least 3 or 4 of you with your back to the bar. So who's it going to be other than Constantine?
I definitely have my back toward the doors.
Okay.
Doors don't bother me none.
Okay. And I expect that Bug is probably seated next to him. So, Bug, are you okay with your back to the door? Okay. I also think that's like
I seem to be.
Yeah, a sign of good faith that you guys are willing to put your backs to the door while you have this conversation with them. So, okay, I will go with. We need one more.
I think Cora will sit next to Gunnar wherever that is.
Okay. Yep. So your back is to the wall then, and so
I'll
Esteban.
do back to the door.
Okay. Awesome. Great. Thank you so much. Take it away, my friends.
And
I am taking up like a notepad and like a couple of pens. I'm like setting down some like writing materials at the table. Hello, everybody.
And what pleasure do we have to dine with you today?
Oh my god, you talk like an actual person.
I was hoping
I would like
for
to
that.
roll an insight. I'd like to roll an insight on Bug.
Okay,
to see if
yeah,
they're
go
making
for
a
it.
joke or they're being serious.
Yeah. Roll a 1d100.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a 74 for those listening. I don't think you're able to tell.
Okay. I just, maybe for the first time, you see a smile kind of die on my lips, and I look confused and slightly out of my element.
These two have great magic, and Stalker is standing and watching.
Okay.
Stood straight up awkwardly.
Stalker, do you feel
just
like
straight
sitting
back.
down?
No, I do not need to.
It's really hard to hold a conversation. You're very tall.
Admittedly, we don't need to sit. It's kind of a luxury.
Yeah, let's all stand in a circle in a bar.
I mean, we could. It'd be a little weird, but this place is normally a little weird. But
You've been here before?
Once.
Yes, what is this place? We've never been here before.
Well, we're counting our chickens before they hatch. Introductions might be in order first, I think. Right?
This is Bug, and I point. This is Harry. They have powerful magics.
Yes, hello, my name is Bug. I am a representative from the Ordo Arcana Obscura, or the Owawa, if you will.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I like calling it that. I'm glad you do now, too.
No one else does.
No, they don't.
I do! And you found these two in the graveyard, Stalker?
They found us.
Bingo.
Oh, it was kind of a we found each other moment. Just one of us found the other a little faster. Fortunately, I like having my throat inside my neck.
True.
Who would take it out?
Potentially any of y'all. If you're all the same as these two over here.
Ich glaube nicht. That would be poor manners.
I like her. Manners. There we go.
Him.
Him.
Aber
My
danke.
bad. My apologies.
It's my long, luscious locks.
No, you're very beautiful. So my mistake there.
Focusing.
Oh, sorry. My bad. That's my apologies.
I lean forward. I put my elbows on the table and I lean forward. And I'm just looking at you.
So, what should we call you? What are you? Is that a polite question to ask? Maybe not?
German.
I was thinking more vis-a-vis, I don't know, species, classification?
I think names are usually more polite to ask first, Bug.
Okay, yes, let's start with names.
Let's
My
start with
apologies, I'm getting ahead of
names.
myself.
The beautiful gentleman, your name, please.
Constantine. It's with a K and no E at the end.
You see me scratch out a little bit on the notepad.
And, the one with the white? No, that's more of a silvery platinum, I suppose, hair.
I think this whole time I've been watching Stalker since he's come out of the bathroom. Wondering who he's with. And maybe I've been staring at him still since you all sat down. But as that question, I lean to Bug and across the table. How about me? Do I sound like a real person?
No. It sounds like you might have maybe swallowed a frog or two.
No, you sound spooky as well, if I'm being honest. I don't mean any offense, just calling it like I see it. I see a lot.
I think I'd lean back again. Back into the armrest.
Might I interrupt before you give anything? Real quick. Yeah, I'm assuming, pointing at Stalker over here, that's not your real name, correct?
And is Harry yours?
It's a nickname, but close enough.
What is the name of yours, right?
Yes, I'm asking for a reason, and the reason is do not give your real name. It's wise, especially here.
And we should be fine.
I understand. So Constantine ain't your God's given name, then?
Well, it depends on who you think is a god, and sometimes when I look in the mirror, I think perhaps I could be one, and I give it to myself. So.
Lovely. I do appreciate that
We're
idea.
talking about delusions.
I mentioned gods, plural, so because there ain't no just one.
No, there isn't.
Right, so my mistake there. To the extra spooky fellow over here. Your name, and by name I do mean pseudo-name.
I do not have one.
Right, cool. So I'll just call you,
Gunnar. You can call me Gunnar.
That's perfect. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
You see, our group here, we've all been very honest with each other.
Huh.
We don't hide much as a group with a common goal.
What is that common goal?
Can we pause again? There's two more we don't have names of. We keep bouncing.
Sorry.
Pull it in, Bug. Come on now. Please, one of you two next. Who I don't mind, whichever you choose, but someone.
I'm sitting there, my fingers still like gripping the stem of my glass. There's still drink left in it. And I'm watching them. And you can tell like my expression has gotten a little more narrowed. And as I say, you can call me Cora. I try to tune in a little bit. Do I pick up anything from them?
Ooh. So yes, let's roll D100, and you have 4 things in Occult, right? So typically your magic is muted in here. However, you are still able to sort of kind of like identify the people in the bar, and maybe sometimes potentially if your roll is good enough, you can sneakily find out like maybe a flavor of magic that they use. So that's why so for those listening, that's why she's able to roll for this. And you've rolled a 37. So with the shift of all of your occult magic, that's going to bring it to definitely you have succeeded at doing this. So I think this is going to show visually for you for a moment. And I think, actually we'll do visual and auditory. When you look at Bug, I think you see like light leaking out their eyes. When you look at Harry, you hear the sound of shuffling cards.
Okay. I think this would probably be the first time I've noticed like the difference in the abilities, how I'm not able to do as much as I normally can.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also probably, you do get the sense that, it's because of the bar where you are, but again, it's not malicious. You don't feel threatened by that. I mean, you can feel whatever, but I just mean there is extra magic here to put you at ease.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
It was a good roll.
Not better than mine, I bet.
So I am not used to this having another secret name, but yours is Bug and yours is Harry? Is there some way to choose or?
It's usually
Oh,
two.
I wish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got Bug, and this one they gave you Harry.
Well, Bug's more of a nickname.
My nickname to him. Have you ever heard of a Shutterbug?
No, I have not.
All right, well then it wouldn't matter to you then. A Bug. Yeah, I go by Fox or Harry.
Oh, it's an animal is so. I will be El Cuervo.
El Cuervo.
See, I just made it up. What do you think?
It's nice.
Nice.
Hey, if it's what you want, it's what you have.
I do not want it, but I
Be
am
so
following
careful
your
because
advice.
it's yours now.
I'm gonna write down El Cuervo.
Saying it.
Oh, what
with
is that?
as flippantly as possible. It is.
What is what?
The Raven.
All right. Not bad, not bad.
No, I hate it already, but.
Well, I think saying
brings
it
me
here
great-
kind of makes it yours, so...
It brings me great shame.
Well, I guess you're living with that shame, like we all do.
You can add it to the pile. It is not a big deal.
All right, then. Well, thank you for your introductions. As I said, Harry, we're a part of, OWO. Yeah, we look into oddities, is maybe the simplest way to summarize it. Yeah. Are we giving them the full rundown, Bug? Is that a good idea?
I think it's been just bad ideas all through today. So again, I'm gonna ask, what do I classify you as?
A glass appears in front of me. It is very clearly a very thick red liquid in a clear glass, and I start drinking it.
Vivens Mortua.
Very perceptive.
Okay. That's interesting. We're trying to figure out how you all got here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you mind telling us from the beginning? Which, by the way, to motivate you, because I understand we just met, and clearly some of you ain't the trusting folk. We ain't here to hurt you. We're not here to cause you problems. We're just here to observe and report. That's our shtick.
Report to who? This OAO?
Yeah, our boss, the brass, the head honcho.
Who are they?
The bigwig. Who are they? Great question.
Who are they?
Yeah, you don't. I mean, you file your report and then it goes somewhere, but you don't know.
Good question.
It's a very decentralized structure. You know, we don't really get to meet the higher ups, so to speak.
Open office concept.
So you do not know who you work for?
Your
minions.
minions.
We do and we don't.
We're what, sorry?
Your minions.
Minions. I guess so.
I mean, I suppose if you work for someone, I guess you're a minion in that regard.
Well, if you do not know who you work for, and they are so far above you, this sounds like you are minions.
I am a part of the operation of a piece of clockwork that transcends mortal perception. How about that?
If that
I
helps
open
you,
doors.
It sounds great. It sounds very nice.
Yeah, we'll go with that one. That's more eloquent than I would put it. But yes,
to be
that's
honest,
what we do.
I don't see how a mysterious description like that is supposed to get us to want to tell you things.
I mean, fair enough.
That is fair. That is.
You said you came here because of us?
Yeah, you made a splash, shall we say, when you arrived.
What kind
big
of
one.
splash? And
Ooh,
when?
magical. What? 45 minutes ago now, something like that.
If you want to roll for me, roll your lucky dice. You'll have a.
It's a 12.
I was gonna say you'll have a shift because you're in the rabbit anyway. So you go to say 45 minutes now, and you realize actually, and this isn't. I have to be very careful how I say this. As you go to say that, it's almost like something has, a veil sort of is lifted, and you go, wait a minute, no, they've been here for a full night and day. They slept.
45? No.
But something obscured that from you. So the alert that you got was 45 minutes. But now that you're in the rabbit, you can you can sense that something was shielding that information from you for a full night.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you'll want to write this down, Bug. I was going to say 45, but no, you've been here maybe closer to 24 hours, actually, is when that probably took place. That sound about right?
I look at Stalker, kind of raise my brows a little bit.
I think we share a glance, but I don't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to assume it's correct, because that's usually what happens, and
Could you give us a location, physically?
Of what?
New Orleans.
Oh, yeah, New Orleans. Oh, here.
Anything
Yeah,
more
well,
specific?
I mean, we're what? It was 5 or 6 blocks from Bourbon Street, I want to say. Maybe a little closer.
It's
maybe a
actually
little
much
farther.
further than that.
Further.
They're in. It's okay. They're in the crypt is in the Bywater. So the crypt is where you got the thing. Although I can understand why you would think that something was happening on Bourbon Street. So you can say that, and then you can correct yourself, because you definitely felt some shit in Bourbon Street as well.
Yeah. All right. Well, I thought you were closer to Bourbon Street, but no, that's in Bywater. So the Bywater area in New Orleans is where you all, well, these two. I don't know about the rest of y'all. If you came here after and you all arrived there, or if you arrived in 2 different places.
I look back to Cora. Bywater.
It seems like our original assumptions might have been right.
Something happened there.
Yeah, you, to my best of guesses, hopped realities. And that's no small feat.
It's quite a magic trick.
Oh boy. Yeah, you could say that again. It makes a big splash. It's very noticeable if we noticed it, which we usually notice things a little bit sooner than the others, but that one that was saying you were saying was following you, Stalker, they definitely noticed. Whoever they are.
They have done this.
They've done what? Jump realities?
Yes, could they have moved us here?
Well, I don't know who they are. Well,
did you not come here willingly? You didn't willingly step through a door or a portal or anything like that? You're just here all of a sudden? You took a wrong turn at Albuquerque?
Yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
I have not been to Albuquerque in a long time.
Well, you're implying that this was done to you in a hostile sense. Someone has shunted you against your will, against your knowledge?
You'll have to forgive me. My knowledge of English is not perfect, but imply... No, I mean to say... that is what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm not implying.
Well, that's makes it even more complicated if you weren't even intending to be here.
I still don't understand what you mean. We are in a wrong reality, an illusion.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
As I
not an
said before.
illusion. Not an illusion. Think of it like this. There are different worlds, I'll put it that way. Different iterations of the same thing, little pieces here and there that don't line up, match, but similarities. there may be well, for lack of a better term, there may be another one of you here in this world that is different. You were pulled or pushed, seems like pushed, here where this existence is. I'm not talking about the rabbit here. This one's kind of special. But out there in that crypt was not the one that you may have gone into in the first place. Think of it, I don't know, 2 different Earths, I guess. There's more than that, but for this example, we'll put it that way. Sometimes there's overlap. You can kind of feel some things from the other, but not usually. What you did is cross it. If that makes any more sense.
Another world that has a New Orleans.
Yes.
Aberrant offshoots of the same version of reality.
The theory, sometimes an event can cause a split, even, depending on what's causing that. You ended up not in a split, to my knowledge, though. You ended up in a very real place.
I have to step in now. I don't
Please
know
do.
how much of this you actually know.
I'm making guesses.
Yep, that's fine. As long as I come in and I'm like, yep, that as long as we're clear that this is a theory that you have.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I make a lot of assumptions.
I know you do. And you're usually right, which is why I'm just clarifying. That's fine. You can be boldly stating these things, but I just wanted to make sure. Okay, so sorry. Please continue.
Oh, by all means.
My bad.
Do you have any sense of how powerful someone must be to be able to do this to a group of people?
Very is the sense I would have.
Doing it on purpose is hard enough, let alone doing it on purpose to somebody else.
Yeah, that. We've got only a few reports, honestly, of this sort of event happening. And it's usually by choice, with a lot going behind it. Usually sacrifices.
A lot of prep work, yeah.
May have been someone's choice, but it was none of ours.
Right. That's what I mean.
Could they have tricked us into making it our choice? As we
That's
left?
always a possibility.
Was there not a time where we had to pass through? There were lots of symbols and things inside that crypt.
What do
Could
they
there
look
not
like?
have been a passage?
Symbols. Okay, we are getting somewhere.
Yeah. If you chose to pass through that does make it more of a choice and would make it easier. Not that it is easy, but would you
I don't know if there was symbols, but because I don't really understand these things, but
I wave dismissively at this and say, no, yes, there was spells. I had to do certain things and use knowledge to get into the crypt, but then once we were in there was nothing else really that stood out. There were symbols on the coffins, but they didn't seem to have any rhyme or reason. It was more decorative. I've thought about it over and over, and there's nothing that stands out to me. I don't know how we could have gone in one crypt and then come out another.
Now, hold on. You said you cast spells to get into a sealed crypt.
Spells, technically. Offerings, more specifically.
Right.
It's just, I'm telling you, it was everything. I prepared for it. I knew what to expect. I was not surprised by the way it worked out. Now, before we get too deep into this, I just have to ask. You say you work for someone you don't know, and we are acknowledging that there is a power that seems to have moved us to a different dimension. how do we know they're not the same?
Yeah,
Why are
they
you
wouldn't.
here?
They wouldn't be sending us to investigate if it was them. I'll leave it at that. We have full
It'd be a
confidence.
huge waste of personnel and resources, for one.
Bingo.
It wouldn't be the first business that did such a thing.
While true,
It's more of a calling than a business.
That's...
Well, do something and then cover your tracks by having the business be the one to investigate it.
Sure.
That's not how we operate, though, admittedly. And even if it was, we wouldn't have been talking to you.
They wouldn't have sent us.
No.
Okay, then why are you here? What do you want of us?
Observe and report, and ideally, help you in a way that minimizes damage and casualties to the common public, or damage to more critical infrastructure.
Yeah, like, I don't know, reality itself. At least this one. Again, you're not supposed to be here. That throws things off.
I glance at Stalker again and narrow my eyes and say, so what happens if you deem us a threat?
Well, nothing good for you, if I'm honest. It's not something I take care of.
At this point, my eyes turn to Gunnar as he says this, just to see his reaction.
And I think if you were looking at me at all during this conversation, you would see that I have grown increasingly tense as it's gone on, and maybe I'm like gripping the top of the couch or chair, and maybe you just hear like a small like crack in the wood, and then maybe I like snap it. And I'll lean into Harry. Are you going to help us get back?
That is the intent.
If that's what you want, that's what we'd like to do. Alternatively, we'd like to get you moving. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
That wasn't a threat. I want to be very clear, by the way.
That was... I'm on your side, and you would rather be dealing with us, is what I'm saying.
That's what we're trying to come across. We're the people that are making sure there isn't a problem. And if there's not a problem, then you don't have to worry about that on our side, at least. And so far, you've been talkative. You've been helpful.
And what about the opposite? What if we're angry or here?
Well,
what if we just want to hurt you?
In this lovely place, on this neutral ground, how could you?
Also, that'd be a very terrible idea.
And why is that?
I did strike an accord.
Yes, the accord. The accord is a very important detail to be bringing up right now.
I'm not wrong.
Shoot the stalker.
Needed to be sure they were here to help. They have promised to assist us and to help identify the power that follows us. In exchange, we will not kill them. I will not harm them. And I will attempt to persuade you all to not harm them as well. And we will try to answer their questions. Of course,
Stalker.
This is my accord. Not yours, but it is an accord.
Stalker, darling, I should one day have me explain to you contracts on paper with signatures and names and... that sort of thing. But I have no
Unnecessary.
problem. I would like to get back to where I come from.
Good.
So I
Glad to
will
hear
be
it. It seems
cooperative.
like we're aligned there. I'm hoping that everyone feels the same way.
I would like to find out who has done this.
So would
It's
we.
definitely on my agenda, so.
All right. Did that answer your questions at all there, Gunner?
I think his questions are still worth an answer.
What would happen
I just
if,
wanted him to know about the Accord.
Fair. Well, in full transparency, if you were to say get hostile one in here, that would be probably one of the worst choices you could make. I've only been here once, but I have heard rumors. This is a very safe space. It is neutral, as was noted. Don't...
The rules.
Yes, exactly. You follow the
I
rules.
strike you as a man, or as a being who follows rules.
You strike me as a man who keeps his word, and you gave it by walking into this building. At least for the purposes of while you're standing inside it, right?
To be fair, we did not see the rules. They were invisible when we walked in.
There's terms and conditions that you're agreeing to by being in this place, is all I'm saying.
And we don't even know what this place is yet. No one has been kind enough to tell us.
Well, I'm happy to after I answer Gunner's question. More than happy to. If you'd like me to.
Please, go ahead. He perhaps is not as patient as I can be.
Understandable. Outside of here, if you say we're able to find us and cause a problem, harm, death, that sort of thing. We are the least of your concerns. If you think, as Stalker has pointed out, that we are magical beings of some kind, powerful. Did you use the word powerful? I will happily take that moniker if you did indeed use that, and if not, I'll say it myself. We are not the most powerful. We have those above us, and we have those who deal with problems.
Like I said, we are observe and report.
Yeah, we're the nice guys. We're the ones that just want to look and get information. Even if you're...
Take that information to... not so much of a nice people as you.
Well, then they would send search and destroy. And that's what we're trying to avoid.
Exactly.
So it all depends on what you write in your little report, doesn't it?
Well, and
Yes,
how
it
you
does.
treat us. But yes.
My report isn't filed until this is all taken care of. And hopefully you're on your merry way, wherever that be.
So you can, you are powerful enough to get us back?
Oh,
I think that's what they're saying, Constantine. I think they're telling us that they're here like meter maids. They're here to do their job, get some information, and bring it up their ranks. And then once they get a new report, new instructions, they'll act on it. I think they're only here because they were told to.
Yes and no. Like, you're not that far off.
Yeah, more or less. I like meter maid. I'll be keeping that one.
Yeah, you can keep that one.
So, in a moment, we are talking about a way to get back, but neither of you can get us back. You just write down that we want to go back, and then it goes to someone else.
If anyone could, it'd be us.
Admittedly, he's not entirely wrong there. However, if you are not hostile, which so far you have not proven to be, you're dangerous as fuck. All right?
Who do you look at when you say that?
Oh, Cora. Followed
I'm looking at Gunner. I'm just staring at Gunner.
But there's a difference between being dangerous and being hostile.
So, then, if you cannot send us back, and we do not fit here, what happens to us if no one can send us back?
We might be able to send you back, or at least send you onward. No promises, no guarantees.
Onward is a very interesting word.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just gonna draw an image, if you don't mind, of if a pack of wolves heading towards a populated town, and if I have the opportunity to direct them into a forest where they won't kill anybody, that might be the better outcome.
Right.
So when I say onward, I do mean in a way that is beneficial to the pack.
Just not here.
Ideally, no.
No, but...
Are there... Will we meet you onward in the forest? Are there meter maids there as well?
Yeah, I think he was just given a hypothetical, not a specific...
No, I understand. What I'm saying is, if we get put somewhere else, like this,
oh,
there are meter maids there as well who could come to us and say you're not...
Different jurisdiction. I get it.
It'd probably be us again.
Right, so we will do this for eternity, yes?
No,
Well,
no.
die.
I mean, unless you keep going back into said crypt over and over and doing the same magics over and over.
See, the only way that I see this working out, excuse me, the only way that I see this working out in anyone's favor is if you are able to send us back to where we come from.
Which is my primary goal, I should say, and if I can do it, I will.
And if you can't, no one can.
That is not what we're saying.
So then we need help. Perfect.
I believe perhaps it would be best if the two of you go to the bar and have a beautiful drink and allow us just a few minutes to discuss amongst ourselves so we can come to our own accord and then bring it to you to avoid any more confusion.
All right, that seems fair. I would like to help you.
The drinks here are immaculate.
I can't wait to try. I would like to help you. That's my goal. And I'll make a motion to stand up. Has Stalker been standing this whole time?
Oh, 100%.
Yes.
You can take my seat if you want.
He doesn't look uncomfortable, but he does. He's standing straight backed. Just. Not
Everyone
moving.
fixes their posture in that moment.
Yes, by all means, discuss, take the time you need. We really aren't here to cause you problems. You're here and you don't want to be here and you're not supposed to be here, all right? We can help. How we're able to help, that's a little different and also up to y'all. But we'll go get that drink.
We'll be as quick as we can.
I watch you walk away.
Oh, I forgot to tell my guests that you don't have to hide your cams. We're doing grayscale on the screen for this, which I didn't prepare you for. So that's okay. But we know that they've left the scene. You don't have to hide your cams if you don't want to. But we're going to stay with the Deathless here at the table.
Yes, it makes it much more fun to talk about you when you're gone if we can see you.
Oh, look at that.
I am good.
Fantastic.
Did you hear
So
that? He called me beautiful.
They walked away.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, they did. Yeah.
They cannot hear us. Look, we hate you. We want you to die. If when you leave this place, we're going to eat you.
Oh,
Nothing
is that
happens.
what was happening earlier? We saw you waving and yelling
Yes,
about
I was
something.
trying to point. There were rules on the door, and we didn't read them. I was trying to point you to the rules. But regardless, for now, we can read them before we leave after this. But we need to decide how cooperative we will be. Now, I don't have to remind you. All of us, no matter how old we are or when we were born, we are completely in a place we do not know. We don't know how we got here. We do not know who has put us here or how to get back.
What I find strange is it happened in the bywater, but we were able to exit far from there, and that exit is now gone.
Nope. The crypt is in Bywater. Just sorry to jump in.
Crypt is in I thought the exit to the crypt was not in Bywater. I thought we walked for 2 hours from Bywater to the secret crypt entrance on the map.
The secret crypt entrance on the map is in Bywater, if you see that. And then you walked 2 hours and you went all the way down the peninsula. I mean,
right.
we know that. You don't know that.
I'm
Your character
confused.
doesn't know, but you did.
Was...
Yeah, you did walk 2 hours. That is accurate.
So Bywater is where it happened.
Bywater is the entrance to the crypt. That is correct.
Is the entrance? It's not where we found the coffins. That was in.
You don't know where that was, but you walked for 2 hours.
Just know it was 2 hours away.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like. Right. I think we as players know because I showed you, but your character doesn't know that, so I won't repeat it. Yeah.
Very well. Then Control Z. I didn't say any of that.
I'm so sorry. Should have hopped
No, that's
in a
my
lot
fault
sooner.
because I thought in my mind what's on the map as a different area I thought was Bywater, and I wasn't looking at it. That's my fault. So instead I say they called us revenants.
I have a question.
Yes.
How did they come upon you, Stalker? Where did they come from? How did they find you?
We were in the graveyard, and we heard something, turned, and a great light enveloped us. We could not move. Could not even move our eyes. Bug did this with some sort of powerful magic. They inspected us for a couple of minutes before releasing us.
All right.
But
Does everybody
this
mind
is-
if I... Sorry, go ahead.
Continue, Constantine.
I was just going to say. So, what we are dealing with are two individuals who found us from another world, who arrived without us knowing, who could freeze you in time without your knowledge, and presumably can go anywhere they want. They brought you here?
Yes.
How did they bring you here?
I'm not
Was there a door?
sure exactly. No. There was a bus. It is a large vehicle Do you know what a
bus
bus is?
Yeah. You know what a
I'm
bus
not
is.
sure that I'm not sure.
I'm just coming in to let Miranda know she knows
Right.
what a bus is.
Right. Right. Okay. Yes, what I will say then is it sounds as though there is no place in this world where we can escape from them. So I think, based on what they said, it is likely our best interest to work with them. Otherwise, what do you say no to? What can they do? We cannot live in this bar forever. And then we go outside. They can find us anywhere. They can do anything to us. We do not have these powers that they have. We cannot run.
Well, and these, if they send someone above them who is even more powerful, it is likely to be even more challenging. But they have some information, and we have nada. Regardless of how powerful they are, it's wise to be nice to them and find out what we can. Does anyone disagree?
Well, just a question. Stalker. Back at Cora's apartment, you mentioned there was someone looking for us. Or what was it you said?
There is someone powerful watching us, and they are, and I try to speak more, but don't. For some reason, I stop mid-sentence and change what I'm going to say. Someone extremely powerful disrupted my communication with my clan. Was also a presence in the crypt, watching.
Do you sense that these two are related? I'm just worried that the more people know we exist, the more trouble we may be in. And we can kill these two before they get back to where they belong. And nobody will know what they know now, since you all are so comfortable divulging information to them.
I'm shaking my head as he's talking. We already know they were sent here specifically to question us and to get information. If we kill them, I think it will cause more trouble. They don't seem to have much information, or at least not much more than we do, but they might have connections that will lead us in some direction we need to go. But I don't think we should trust them. I think we should always keep our backs from turning, because I get the sense that they are loyal to their job at the end of the day, and we are just a number, a quota. And they may give us all of these promises now, but if they receive different direction from whoever they work for, they will turn on us without thinking twice. I suggest we use them the way that they are trying to use us for information.
I agree with Cora. We have no friends. And there is no one that we currently know is around there is no other way. Well, there are other ways to get information, but perhaps not all of us are comfortable with it. This is a good door to keep open. In the meantime, while they go off, we can find our own thing. We can go around the city and see what we can find out. Clearly, someone meant to send us all here, and there must be a reason for it. And I'm sure it will become clear in time whether we are ready or not.
They could be involved in some way with whoever did this to us, but there is too many unknowns. Too much we must discover still before we can answer these questions. And I do think killing should be a last resort. In any situation from now on, killing is obvious and will draw attention.
Then I think it is safe to say we all agree for cooperation, careful cooperation, but to be prepared in the event they come for us and we need to get rid of them and anybody else that they bring. Does that sound fair?
Yeah,
Yes.
sounds fair to me.
I take that grunt from you, Phoenix, as agreement.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think Fen looks at Constantine. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. And Gunnar nods for those listening.
So then I wave them over. I wave my hands very dramatically.
Well, y'all have a good chat.
Yes, so, what would you like to know?
Bug.
Well, I would like to know the nature of your condition. I know it might seem like I'm prying, but I need to know the way that you operate. I need to know structures, powers, abilities, that kind of thing. Anything that might give me an indication about where you're originally from. I'm happy to answer a few questions in return, of course, a bit of a quid pro quo.
I feel very much like you are asking me to get naked right now. I say it, I don't have any mirth in my face, like I'm not flirting when I say
Listen, I know this is gonna be, I know it's gonna be uncomfortable, I know that for a fact, but the fact of the matter is, until I know exactly what you are, I can't figure out where you're supposed to go. So me figuring out a way for you back home is gonna be that much harder.
Are you saying that you are unfamiliar with what we are?
Vivens, Mortua, Deathless, Revenant, although I'm not supposed to say that.
Y'all
Right,
are
but,
uncommon. Frankly, you're a myth, a fairy tale. And yet here you are.
Well, they seem to recognize what we are when we walked inside this bar, some of the people here.
Yeah, and that's... Again, you can know of what a thing is, but it not be real.
It's like seeing something from a textbook, you know, an extinct species running around in front. It's...
Right.
I mean...
we take painstaking care to ensure that people like you believe that we are a fairy tale. So I would like to point you outside and let you know that we are everywhere and always have been.
Or have you? And that's the rules of where you're from. Maybe they're not the same here.
That is also possible.
So,
would you like to know if it is true here?
Well,
because at some point you will go on your way and we will go on ours back into the city while we wait to figure out how to get out of here. And we will find others like us if they are out there.
You're able to just sense that sort of thing? You bump into somebody and you know?
Well, despite what some of us we have talked to, others of us are quite sociable. So, we will make friends.
Okay.
But if it is any similar to where we are from.
And do you mind telling us where that is? What?
Oh, darling, it is everywhere. Everywhere you look, we could be standing. At night, albeit. We could be buying treats from a sugar seller. We could be in a bar like this one, enjoying a drink with you, making you feel special. We could be walking down the street, crying about the horrible things that have happened in our undead lives. We are like you.
Well, that was hauntingly beautiful. I was hoping more for what can you do? Do you have any special powers? Do you have access to magic?
I would like to do awe on Bug.
You cannot in here.
Oh yeah. I
So
lean
you go
forward
to-
and
yeah.
I lean forward, and I'm looking at you very intensely, and probably normally I would expect this to not be uncomfortable for you, but
Is your power uncomfortably long eye contact?
it can be. But with you, 9.
There is a lot of difference between those of us where we are from.
Okay.
But the common thread is that we imbibe the vitae, the blood of other creatures, and it gives us power. That is where we get our source. We are kindred.
I would go so far as to say it does not just give us power, but it keeps us alive. Some of us are not constantly just looking to imbibe for power, but merely to survive, to enjoy the pleasures of the flesh.
Sorry, one sec. You said kindred, yeah?
See.
Well,
kindred.
I think. What did you call it? That is our name for ourselves, but you said. Deathless.
Yeah, but. Oh, ain't that from.
That feed on vitae. You have plans, maybe, or something like that?
Yes, that is right.
Plans, okay.
See, I know who is the head of mine, though.
And the head of your clan would be called a...
None of your business. For
Primogen.
you. Depends on the clan.
I see. So you're not one of the spooky ones.
No, not me.
Are they fucking from a tabletop game?
And that's where we end the session. That's where we end the session. Right there.
I feel emasculated. I feel squashed.
Oh my god!
Right back in the shop with Kyle being like, "Is this some tabletop LARPing shit?"
Oh my god!
I am a powerful and sexy vampire. You cannot say that I'm from a tabletop
Come
game.
outside. Why don't you come outside with me, please?
And I'll show you a tabletop.
I'll show you a tabletop. I will show you a role play.
Tuesday. I told you Tuesday.
Oh God. Okay, and we're also slightly over because we were started late and blah blah blah. So I am gonna go ahead and take us out here. But thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, guests, for guesting. That was incredible. So the cast knew that we had one guest, but the fact that there were two was quite the surprise. So that was just delightful.
I just
enjoyed
want you to
every
know I
second
got
of it.
one right.
Yeah.
I got one right, so I just want you to know.
How did you
Great
know?
guess.
How did you know?
Listen, I just got one right. The other one I'm not going to show you because it was way off. But it was much better. Much better than that jerk, so don't worry.
Yeah, so there are two special announcements, so I'll go ahead and play those here before we go out. We have two new shows starting next week. Wednesday and Thursday, back to back. We've never done that before, so hopefully it goes well. And make sure to join our Discord if you guys want to theory craft or chat with other people. We're very good about spoiler tagging the episodes and stuff, so you won't get spoiled, and that goes for those listening as well. And if you want to help support Tablestory, one of the best ways you can do that is check out our tablestory.tv/merch. It's where we've got the green room or any other like extra additional content, and you get discount on merch and things like that. And that, works like our own kind of private Patreon. Yeah, and I think that's it for now. You guys want to? Oh, yep. Mm-hmm.
One more thing. The watch party
Yes,
this
that's right.
coming week is going to be Wednesday, and then we're switching to Fridays.
Yep.
So we're going to do a double watch party this coming week.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be, we're switching. It's going to be 5 p.m. Wednesday, and then we're going to switch over to after non-canon on Fridays. So
Perfect.
around 6.
Yes. Thank you. All right. I'll take us out with the trailers first. Okay. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for watching.
We'll finish what we started. Or finish.
Can you hear me?
It's getting real bad. There's all these people in the islands. If we don't go now, they could die. We gotta do something. You talk to the council. I'll go warn them.
We'll meet up again, right?
Of course. I would never leave you behind.
It's just that we left our friends and
We didn't leave our friends, luckily. We
It has to be this way.
We needed to part ways for just a little bit. But I promise.
Are you okay being alone?
I'm gonna have to be.
It'll help you. We'll all be together again.
If anybody can do it, you can.
Now go. It all comes back around.
The main event starts at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific time.
Oh, I'm feeling low again. They said I owe to them. They don't wanna let it go. Oh, you don't know. Hold you cheap, you know. Giving every piece of my soul. You say you don't know. Hold you cheap, you know. Giving every piece of my soul. You say you don't know.
So, you're saying we're in New Orleans, but we're not in New Orleans.
Oh, you
I
are in
still
New
don't
Orleans.
understand.
It's just not your New Orleans.
Right.
And what exactly is a role-playing game? We could do that later if you like. Suit.
I'm going to go read the
Games are the
rules.
least of our concerns.
Well, no, hold on.
I've got a handbook in my car, although my car is not in New Orleans. TTRPG, ever heard of one?